shot is an opening eye cliche.
My name is Alice.
Like most sequels these days, movie feels the need to literally recap the previous film for the first few minutes. How do we know they're evil? They're driving in single file in black SUVs and tailgating. Hey, fun fact, just a few blocks over in this fake-ass city is the house Truman lives in. And a few streets past that, Indiana Jones is hiding in a refrigerator. Well, here's possibly the most dangerous possible way to display information inside a moving car. Cement truck guy might be the drunkest cement truck guy ever filmed. And whoever's driving this SUV probably had a six-pack as well. On a bright sunny day in the middle of the city with no traffic, somehow this happens.
This is you, Gamma 7. Evacuation complete.
Oh, come on. You guys somehow found a way to drive back all in single file from different parts of the city? And it's still daylight outside? I don't think so. Disgraced cop pins all of her newspaper clippings on a bulletin board for motivation and to randomly inform an unseen audience.
Still no explanation for this wave of unexplained killings.
Man, I wish there was an explanation for those unexplained killings so that this story would be more contradictory than redundant. Fighting zombies in Resident Evil requires wearing Tomb Raider gear. All the zombies are in clear view for Jill to mow down like she's at a carnival shooting gallery that's rigged for success rather than failure. This is easily the 11th best into a speaker zoom I've ever seen. Does she have it in her contract that she won't do a movie unless it contains a scene where she wakes up in an observation chamber barely dressed in some kind of white covering? This outbreak could not have lasted long enough for the newspaper to keep printing daily updates on it. It lasted about 13 hours, right?
The city is completely contained, sir. Our troops have sealed all exits. The only way out is across this bridge.
So they set this up in 13 hours? They somehow built a perimeter around the city and a huge fortress at this bridge, complete with mechanical doors in 13 freaking hours?
Sir, you better take a look at this.
You better take a look at this cliche. Because one kick is all it takes.
There's no going back.
No!
And that was the story of the unimportant character who died that one time. Zooming technology! Military guys realized they wasted their time and ours. F you, lady. You look like a chick who just turned down 10 losers in a nightclub, not a respected member of the police force. We've known this character for 2 scenes, and in each, her only visible trait is the one who kills the zombies when everyone else is pussing out. Movie turns into the music video for Enya's Orinoco Flow. The script for this Sony movie began with the idea, guy opens up his Vio laptop. They filled in all the zombie stuff around this scene. Hack search? Okay. They had this homing beacon software shit, but just told him they couldn't find his daughter anywhere? It's no surprise that the British Jared Harris gets a chance to play Big Brother in this adaptation of 1984 with zombies. Handy motorcycle and completely open guns and ammo store ready for the zombie apocalypse. Also, Alice is apparently the only citizen of Raccoon City that had the idea to raid the gun store during the zombie apocalypse. Alice remembers everything about the weird experiments they did on her when she was drugged and probably knocked out most of the time. I can barely remember what I did last night sober. The last time we saw these guys, they were frantically running away from gunfire in a wild mob scene. Somewhere between then and now, the reporter found Jill and Peyton again, and they're all best friends now. It does make a cool shot, but modern churches do not actually leave thousands of lit candles burning 24/7. It's a significant fire hazard. Dramatic thunder and lightning is dramatic.
What's that you got there?
My Emmy.
Reporter announces her certain death in this movie by finding ways to be selfish during a zombie apocalypse. Also, weather person dreams of being a serious reporter cliche. These guys hear a noise in a church and think it's a zombie for some reason instead of Jesus. As per usual, on a day that was reportedly 92 degrees, old ladies like to sit by the fire, so that if anyone comes into the room, their zombie appearance won't immediately be seen for suspense purposes.
What are you doing?
Trained badass cop doesn't look for other people in the room and has no peripheral vision whatsoever. Also, Jill asked the zombie lady,
Are you all right?
and this dude didn't bother to say anything at that moment. He was just waiting in the wings to pop out of nowhere, I guess. Also, where the hell did this guy come from? You see this room? It doesn't have any other doorways or hallways or any place where zombie caretaker priests could possibly hide. Movie quickly reduces sizable playing field of entire city to much more manageable single church. Discount The Graduate. Zombie NASCAR. Also, this unholy creature sired by Umbrella has apparently been sitting here the whole time waiting for the movie to say it's okay to show up now. Discount Predator Cam. It's only been on this earth for a few hours, but it already knows the movie Distractions playbook by heart. How many pages of this script contain the simple line, one of the characters wanders nervously in a church? I'll tell you, 16 of them. 16. 16. Asshole Peyton decides the best way to handle this situation is by rapey methods instead of a whisper.
We're gonna need more ammo.
You know what else we're gonna need? A story. This is like Michael's out-of-nowhere appearance in Underworld Evolution, and might fall just shy of the bullshit Jeep through a psych ward scene in the A-Team for ridiculous convenience. Also, does the church have a stunt ramp somewhere outside? And how did Alice know to come here, and to this very spot in the church? Motorcycle also functions as an elevator. The only way you can make the follow the bullets shot fun anymore is if you have tiny gremlins riding the bullets for absolutely no reason at all. Otherwise, it's just a slow way to film bullets. See, now you just wasted your motorcycle stunt on one monster. There are 2 more monsters! Where's your motorcycle now?
Who the f*** are you?
Person who should be grateful that the Deus Ex Machina literally came into God's house on a machine angrily demands answers.
GTA, motherfucker!
See, this is why we can't have nice things. Also, movie panders to the African-American demographic and throws one recognizable black actor in this thing so he can do all the stereotypical black guy things. Movie takes a page from Angel Heart and gives you some awesome nudity bathed in penis-confusing blood. 45% of all car accidents are caused by bloody titties. Also, I'd like to know the circumstances by which these hookers had their tops off. Were they bitten by zombies, and during the time before they turned, they never put their tops back on, and stayed hookers? Oh yeah, there are other people in this city. I completely forgot. I honestly don't know why they didn't just use more grenades during this fight. These zombies pretty much travel in packs. Raccoon City could not afford to put a C on their police cars. The director of this movie found a book on classic cool shots, slammed the book on the table, and said, "I will do all of them in one movie!"
We need to find somewhere to stop for a moment.
I guess Alice never answered that question Jill asked about who the hell she was, and they started walking through this graveyard, which, let's be frank, is probably the safest place during a zombie apocalypse.
There might be more of those things. If there were more, we'd have seen them by now.
Okay, just because you worked at Umbrella does not mean you instantly know how many of these monsters got out and where they would decide to go in this huge city. Also, if we take her word on this, and that was really all of them, then why did these things show up at the church? Were they just trying to get baptized or something? Discount the good, the bad, and the ugly. I guess Umbrella's T-virus is now soaked into the ground. This is actually the scary part. I don't think this one has the T-virus. It's an actual freaking zombie, which means the zombie apocalypse was about to happen with Umbrella's help or not. Also, impending zombie apocalypse conveniently happens at the exact time as manufactured Umbrella zombie apocalypse. We've seen these things not even slow down when they get shot, but twice now we've seen simple kicks take them down. When they first started walking through this graveyard, Alice was wearing a full pair of jeans. Now, as the fighting begins, she's got half a pant on. This hand-to-hand combat is, well, it's the best thing this movie has offered up so far, but still, what's the f***ing point? You can't defeat all of them this way, and any second now one of you is going to yell run to escape the whole horde, but whatever, fighting is what we came for, right? No? What did we come for again? All you need to know is that zombie asses were kicked by females. Any details beyond that, you're kind of an asshole for wanting to know, actually. Alright, she killed that one zombie. Only 100,000 to go.
There's too many of them. Let's get out of here. This way.
How did you not notice their numbers before you started fisticuffs? Haha, irony. Also, I guess this dude came out of the ground and said, "F it, I am too damn tired to join this movement." Then worms.
This presents a perfect opportunity. Activate Nemesis program now.
It's not really a perfect opportunity. It's just that you wanted to find any way at all to introduce yet another classic Resident Evil baddie in this movie. Zombie stuff can get boring, so it's time to throw a new evil thing to the mix. How can you have all this amazing data about the spread of the T-virus when you have a connection failure?
They're landing over there. Let's get Yuri.
Yeah, let's get Yuri. Who the f*** is Yuri?
They dropped something in the hospital. Did you see it?
Maybe a radio, one that works.
Take Yuri.
Yeah, take Yuri. Yuri's the lifeblood of this movie.
Hold on, Yuri.
Yeah, hold on, Yuri. I won't be able to get through this without your winning smile. And he tells the best jokes. They killed Yuri. The movie kills the best character in any movie franchise ever. This guy knows damn well that's not a zombie, but who's going to play the blame game during an apocalypse?
Don't shoot!
We all know there's no way that guy saw a zombie behind Mike Epps. Otherwise, why don't you yell out and say, "Dude, there's a zombie, get down." Damn, isn't there one racist in this whole group of white people? God knows why Nemesis decided to show up here. He was like, if I were Stars guys in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, where would I go? To the theater! Also, he totally missed out on the two Stars guys back at the hospital. You know, those guys whose main mission in life was to help Yuri with his dreams and aspirations. They were right there when he picked up his weapons, and he did nothing. Nothing, I tell you!
Special Tactics and Rescue Squad, they're the best.
Currently, the best are standing in clear view of a monster holding a bazooka. I'm not ready to give them Navy SEAL status just yet. This evil dude is apparently immune to bullets. How much you want to bet Alice takes him out with a kick? I know that Nemesis isn't aiming for Mike Epps, and we're supposed to believe he has Terminator-style aim, but he's just shooting blankly into a theater right now. If we mapped out the paths of these 5,000 bullets being shot, it would create a perfect outline of Mike Epps. So, how many hit points is it going to take to kill this dude now?
They did something to me. I barely feel human anymore.
Phone rings out of nowhere so that whatever happened to Alice will remain a big mystery until the end. Peyton is playing the Michelle Rodriguez of this movie, the person who is good but won't change into a zombie until the movie needs them to. Does the T-virus know a good person and just drag out the process?
Umbrella know they can't contain the infection. Raccoon City will be completely sanitized.
Alice doesn't speak like a normal person, so that Terry has to ask what the hell sanitized means.
He's watching us on these cameras like this is some kind of sick game.
Haha, it is a game! Nemesis is the luckiest bounty hunter since Boba Fett pretended to be trash to track the Millennium Falcon. Okay, her threat is minimal. Oh, she turned around? It's moderate now.
Gentlemen, this is what we've been waiting for.
You're saying this is also you can watch Nemesis face off against Alice? Because I can think of thousands of ways to achieve this without killing the whole city. Nemesis decides, I'll wait for a worse time to start shooting at her. Badass Nemesis Project soldier can't aim for Slowest rocket ever. Even if you did know she was right here in this hallway, why is this the best choice for entering the building? Her gun shot enough of a hole to fit through. And what a convenient garbage disposal. Let that be a lesson. You can survive bazooka blasts by hiding in a rubber trash collector. This chick has been presented as nothing short of badass, but she's struggling more than I would to hotwire a car. Who does this?
We're assets, Nikolai. Expendable assets. And we've just been expended.
Resident Evil sequel gives Sylvester Stallone ideas. Stop! Man, Mike Epps is like God or Derek Jeter. The guy's just everywhere. Haha, Dodge spent money on a product placement in this piece of crap. Also, did they know ahead of time that their vehicle was going to share screen time with a Pontiac? You might as well have a homeless guy outside screaming, "There are zombie dogs in that school, beware."
We're gonna have to split up to search this place.
No doubt this school is big, but if you split up, don't you run into a situation where someone finds the girl, you have to waste time looking for everyone else after that? What a bunch of nonsense. NASCAR Zombie 500 race continues uninterrupted. Absurd. Come on, I know he was called here, but do you know what the chances are Carlos found the exact room Day-Day was in and was able to save him at the last minute? It is a noted fact that zombie dogs only bite the hands. And when you're being attacked by these creatures, it's only natural that you seek refuge with world maps.
We're gonna take you home.
Stupidity. And suddenly hundreds of zombie kids appeared. I mean, seriously, these are some ninja-ass zombie kids. Also, how did they find 1990 Joseph Gordon-Levitt? I bet they went on an excellent adventure with Bill and Ted. The person who was filming gets attacked and we pan down to see the dropped camera still rolling and pointed at the exact perfect direction cliché. Entire school budget went towards basketball purchases. This girl got in a car accident and the first thing she does is go back to school. I guess she walked? Absolutely no injuries after being hit by a cement truck and flipped several times. And then she turns into this movie's version of Newt. Have I got that right? Also, how did the zombie kids miss this other alive kid? Zombie dogs finally make an appearance, only because Jill decides to go back through the school a different way than she came. Seriously, why not go back the direction where there was obviously no conflict? You gotta be kidding me with this shit. School that is so huge that Jill told everyone they needed to split up to find the girl becomes super small when it comes to needing a convenient gunman at the right time.
Stay.
Haha, because that's what you say to dogs. That's amazing. Did you learn that from Yuri? That dude was filled with awesome quips to say when you kill things. Guttural noises. Hemoglobin. What the hell is this bitch doing under the stove? Once again, Alice shows up to a place and can't possibly have a clue what's going on, but here she is, cigarette ready to burn gas she can't possibly know is there. She brought a fireproof blanket, too? Didn't Jill get under the blanket? That's what I saw and my brain believed, but movie says, nope, that shit didn't happen.
When I was little.
Oh god, here we go. Rack-focused villain is rack-focused.
You really thought I didn't know?
Well, yeah, you let him get this far for no damn reason at all, so yeah, that's reasonable, actually.
But don't worry, I'm not contagious.
When did this become a love story again?
Here, take the story. We'll see that it gets put to good use.
I know when I'm in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, it occurs to me to give someone a dead person's camera so they can record it.
My name is Alice.
Yeah, we saw this earlier. Skip? How the f*** did she get on this roof with no one seeing her? Alice kicks this dude, then the remaining 3 guys not only attack one by one, they notice her one by one. I guess these guys can't hear with their helmets on? Or Alice is Sergeant York. Either way, this is about as much buffoonery as I can take. Oh god, here we go.
I said take off!
What's the rush?
Good god, where did this asshole come from? How many times do I have to say this in this movie? There's no way they'll get out of these babies, that's for sure.
Now we discover which is superior.
Screenwriter gives up in the 3rd act and just says, F it, let's just have a celebrity deathmatch. Douchebag earpiece.
Fight him.
This whole movie was a setup for Alice to fight Nemesis. It makes very little sense. Nemesis was awakened before they even knew about Alice, and even then, the reasons for waking him were never all that clear, other than fanboy masturbation. Man, there's nothing better than when a massive creature and a lady infected with T-virus box for our amusement. It's like an underworld when the werewolves and vampires fight with guns. It's completely and totally absorbing. Did I say absorbing? I meant boring. Also, movie builds up to this fight and is really only interested in showing you a quick edit of a punch here, a quick edit of a punch there, some stuff you can't make out, and probably a spliced dick in here somewhere, but I'm not entirely certain. Man, you are one terrible scientist. All the evil things you've done, I can forgive, but this is an experiment between 2 of your creations. You can't throw another variable into the mix and get accurate results. That's cheating the scientific method, man. Who could possibly reproduce your results? Remembering things. Also, yep, that's the dude from the first movie they turned into this ungodly beast. I guess I should care, but it's really, really hard to do so.
Finish him.
Resident Evil decides to go all Mortal Kombat on us. I'm going to call her Sonya Blade. So down twice, back, forward, X. Give Nemesis the kiss of death. The dream came true. No one notices this. Somewhere around in here I have to ask, where is the military? Are these evil Umbrella guys one and the same with the military? We saw RPD cars, a separate police force for the city from the Umbrella people, so at what point does the rest of the world take notice of the apocalypse happening in Raccoon City and come help out?
Why haven't we taken off?
Because I usually drive a Cadillac.
Mike Epps can punch and knock out a man sitting down from the pilot's seat through the entrance with his left hand. That's pretty damn amazing. The movie has gone to such senseless overload, I barely registered that these guys' aim is once again so awful it's barely worth noting. But worth noting it is. How did she even end up behind glass inside a building anyway? The helicopter had no problem trying to shoot her, but 3 guys who have the drop on her hesitate for unknown reasons. Amazing skills include beating gravity to the punch. Where did the helicopter go that was shooting at her? Why did it stop shooting at her? Why am I still expecting anything resembling common sense in this movie? They They must have digitally removed the hail of bullets that should be killing her right now. Domino explosions. Random flying debris has better aim than people who are trained for combat in this movie. Did she and Matt even fall in love in the last movie? He revealed himself to be a secret environmental terrorist. They fought some zombie demons on the train. They were captured in the mansion. Why is she so broken up about this guy's fate? Poetic justice. Didn't they shoot this missile forever ago?
Detonation set at T-minus 5 minutes.
I gotta hand it to him. It took almost exactly 5 minutes a movie for that to happen, but way more than 5 minutes of real things have happened, so fudge ya. Woman with amazing reflexes decides to catch this in her stomach rather than in her hands.
What about the others?
No other bodies found, sir.
And that's understandable. They crash landed on these soft rocks.
We have unconfirmed reports of disaster at Raccoon City.
Ah, I see the rest of the world finally caught wind of the shit going down here. Too bad it took a fucking nuke to make that happen. Movie refuses to end anywhere near or even a few minutes after a logical place. Damn, they can't make her forget anything, can they?
My name is Alice, and I remember everything.
I mean, who do you think I am? Jason Bourne? Sure, she can turn back time, too. Anything is totally possible now. Also, damn, that was cold-blooded. She punched a bunch of dudes back at the lab, but the security guy? He's getting his eyeballs blown out. Where the f*** did she get a robe? Her newfound telekinesis could not possibly work in this situation.
Let them go.
This dude just woke up. No one told him what happened. How does he know that Jill, Carlos, and Mike Epps saved her and are now attempting to drive out of here? Does the lab have security cameras? Even so, he just woke up.
Program Alice activated.
There's no way she'll get out of this pickle. Can't wait to see the third movie where it'll probably take 5 minutes for her to get back to normal again. Paul W.S. Anderson.
That wasn't part of our deal, Blackheart! That wasn't part!
Because 7,500 is nothing to you. Do you know how the rest of us live? And in the end, who's been harmed, really?
Where are you?
Here. Hasta la vista, baby.
The cartoon peril was no more.
Most of the intelligence community doesn't believe he exists. The ones that do call him the Winter Soldier.
Angela?
Shoot her! Shoot her! Break her! You murdered her! You killed her!
Hang on to something! Hang on to something! Hang on to something!
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
He will die tonight, Khaleesi.
Request immediate backup. Maximum response.
You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
Let's talk about Harry. No, not that Harry. Definitely not that Harry.
No! Kelly Clarkson!
What? No, people, I'm talking about razors. If you're like me, you hate spending money and leaving the house. Harry's can help with both of those issues by sending cool little packages of quality razor blades they craft themselves right to your door for half the price of regular razors and blades. Most of us guys need to shave. Most. So why not spend less money and effort on it by going to harrys.com today? If you enter the promo code
Password.
CinemaSins, they'll even give you $5 off your first order.
What?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
That's harrys.com, promo code CinemaSins. Do it! Go! Things! Razors! Excitement!